Hi Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your July 16th to the 31st, 2021 reading for you. If this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show us clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. That one. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly for Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is the energy that grounds us. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, which is absolutely beautiful, a beautiful combination. We then have the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Swords once again coming through. So the Ace of Pentacles is God, Source, Spirit, however we see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of prosperity, wealth, abundance. And the Five of Swords is, excuse me, having to face a battle that we just don't want to have to face again. It's like something's coming up, Cancer, and it's quite profound that we just don't want it in our sphere of being. We then have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. If we're born on the cusp with Gemini, this part of our personality is going to be coming through quite intensely. But also if we have Gemini within our natal chart, then we have the Empress, power, prosperity, success. The Two of Cups, the Minor Arcana Lovers card. There's something about what we love really coming forward within our lives. And then we have the Five of Wands, and we have to not fight it away. There's going to be a part of us that has wanted this for so long that the act of not wanting it seems wrong to us. And I know that might sound really funny to hear, but Spirit shows it time and time again with something when we're on the precipice of getting something big or of moving towards something that aligns us in a certain way. We can actually fight against it because it just feels like, if I'm not fighting for this, if I'm not moving towards this goal, where am I? Like, who am I? What am I without this fight? And so that's just going to be really important here to realize. It's just going to be like, I can be everything I ever wanted to be without the fight having to be an integral part of it. Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Balance, the root chakra, the sacred masculine, the sacred feminine, having this balance for ourselves, for what we desire, for where we want to be, coming into play. The sense of I'm so much more. Like, even if we're really creative people or really, technical people, I'm also creativity. I'm also technicality. Technicalness, there something to that effect, coming into play. And I have to let these parts of my personality come forward. I have to let this sacred masculine, sacred feminine energy within me move and feel and breathe and be expressed. So our root chakra, the root of ourselves, is going to be intrinsically important during this time and astoundingly valuable to say what brings me balance, and also to be aware of what just takes me right out of harmony, what takes me right into anger or frustration or being overwhelmed. And then it moves us to the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. What is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of? July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. What is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of? July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Chariot. We have to be mindful of ourselves, because the Chariot is Cancer energy. This is us in our purest form in the major arcana. And so here we can get in our own way so easily during this time. We can also be very drawn to people who think just like us, who express themselves just like us. And then we start to get into this pattern that people have where it's like, I only surround myself with people who are just like me. So nothing is challenged, nothing is expressed, like nothing is pushed further or out of this comfort zone. So during this time to know not to get into our own way is going to be so important, but also that the diversity of soul's expression is going to be really important during this time, to say, what is it that I love and what is it that other people love and how is it that they express themselves and what is it that they're going after? Because the Five of Swords is this battle, and it is a sense here of saying, I won and I'm not sorry about it. I won and it is extraordinary. I won and I have stood my ground and stayed true to myself and let this part of my being and my existence and my expression come forward in a very real way. A lot of people say with the Five of Swords, it's fair play. Things should be fair. In medieval times, we did not have the sense of fair play that we have today. In medieval times, if you won, you took everything. You took a person's everything. The person could be left penniless, homeless, without anything to their name because they lost. And that was considered fair. So the idea of fair evolves with a society, with a people, with a cultural understanding. Here, you lose your sword and you walk away. And that would be considered almost merciful to the point of folly during this time. To be able to say, I took away what I needed from this. I was able to stand my ground. I was able to stand in my truth. I was able to express what needed to be expressed. And I wasn't shot down. I wasn't, denied my own personal expression and understanding. That's going to be the most powerful thing during this time. I did what was right for me. Maybe we don't handle it the best way. Sometimes we just don't as human beings. But I did what was right for my soul at this time. And I didn't compromise who I am for what others wanted me to be, expected me to be, thought I could be, thought I was a pushover, thought I was this, thought I was that. Now I am. And I am stronger because of it. And it leads us to the Nine of Pentacles. It leads us to a garden of wealth. It leads us to prosperity. And it doesn't mean that all of a sudden, because we stand up for ourselves, that the money just starts flowing in, though I do wish that on every single person, that your bank accounts are just absolutely flush and that everything is abundant and prosperous, and there's just a weight of there's the weight of the unknown or the expected the unexpected taken off our shoulders during this time. With the Nine of Pentacles, there's a sense of there's going to be hard work ahead. Yes, that's because I have to harvest the grapes. I have to, do the hard work. But there is prosperity coming forward. And in this moment, in between the planting of the seeds, the carrying of the seeds, the carrying of the plants, the harvest that is to come, in the moment of rejoice, I get to rejoice. I get to stand in this moment and say, I'm here, I am present, I am prosperous, I am bountiful, I am taking in my prosperity and bounty in an extraordinary way, and I am embracing my soul, I am embracing myself, and I am a winner. I am a winner. And it brings us to the Ace of Pentacles, where God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us this gift within our soul of prosperity and success, of seeds to be planted and nourished, of ways to move forward that we hadn't thought of before, of aspects of ourselves that need to start to be seen and come out and be expressed in a way of abundance, in a way of, I am deserving, and I am calling in this abundance. I am calling in this prosperity. I am calling in this bounty that is me. And I will never stop moving forward in this expression of wealth and success and abundance of self. And it leads us to the Five of Swords, where there's this energy that just comes right back in and says, yeah, right, you can do this. And we're going to have people come into our lives that weren't in our lives before, or act in a way that, somebody who wounded us acted and want to cut us down. We're going to run up against the people who tried to destroy us before. And here's the thing, we're going to stand in our strength. And after the battle, we're going to be rather contemplative and ruminating upon it and say, where did it bring me? Where am I now? Or we might not even realize that the battle was a test. And it's kind of like, okay, well, what do I need to do to get to where I need to be? And how do I embrace this aspect, this power, this brilliance that is me? And it comes from the heart. During this time, our greatest power, Cancer, and the greatest power always for you, Cancer, comes from the heart. The heart's expression. Not saying, how do these people think of me? What do these people, want to see within me? But saying, how do I express my heart, my soul, myself, my love, and my joy? And the Lovers comes right in. And it says it's through the duality. It's through the duality of our spirit. It's through the understanding and the comprehension that there is more to this world than we could ever realize. And it's putting love at the forefront. And it's saying, well, what do I love? And how do I bring that love in? And when do I feel in love with my world? Do I feel in love with my world? There can be times where we're just so tired and so overwhelmed and so overworked, and so many people are pulling us in 18 million different directions. And as people that come from the heart, there is a sense of, I love everybody so much. How can I give to everyone and still have room for me? And is that even selfish? Is that even important? And the Lovers is saying, of course it is. Of course it is. If you do not have your soul and yourself and your heart, if you do not have this joy within your soul, how can it be given to anyone? And the first person that it should be given to is the self. And the Lovers comes in, and it says there will be duality of opinions, and there will be different ways of looking at everything, but that's what makes the world beautiful. Not that everybody agrees and lines up and conforms in just that certain way, but that there is a messy, beautiful expression of soul and desire and heart and mind and brilliance. And it leads us to the Empress, because then we sit upon our throne. We sit upon our throne, we claim that throne, and we say, this is my might. This is a power I forgot. The power of love, the power of the sacred feminine, the power of the combination of the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine, the fact that none can exist without the other, that beautiful blending of power and emotion and understanding and order and chaos and brilliance that comes forward. And I claim this throne, and I claim a voice I forgot, and I claim a creativity and an expression and a birthing forth of life that I might not have thought would ever be part of my calling within this world, but is a intrinsic part of who I am and where I need to be. And this can be the literal act of giving birth, but this can also be the creative act of bringing something new and interesting into the world. Even if it's just an idea, even if it just starts off with, I can't do it this way because it's not working for me. But what if I do it this way, this crazy, weird, different way? And it doesn't matter what it is. It's like, what if I want to write a book, and writing a book out doesn't work, but doing voice recordings of it does work, and it's this creative, artistic way of expressing. What if I embrace that? What if I can't draw like the way that people say that you should traditionally be able to draw, but what if I can put the lines together and make a beautiful picture out of just, shadows and contrast and depth? What if I step back from the mathematical problem and go for a walk instead of staring at the board, and then see what comes to me as I'm thinking about it? What am I bringing forward into this world? What is it that I am creating? Not what is it that has already been created? And how does it work for me? Even if other people have done it this way, how is it different for you? Because every person is different. And every person has a way of bringing forth their creativity in beautiful, powerful, intricate ways that are astounding. And it brings us then to the Two of Cups. It brings us to the public arena where if I don't bring my heart, I don't bring anything. This is unity. This is healing. This is compassion. This is greater understanding. This is a sense of the heart coming forward. And it comes forward, and then there's going to be this instant battle that says, you can't do this. You can't have the heart be what it so obviously needs to be. You can't express the self the way that it wants to be expressed. Or you have everybody coming in with their battles and their hurts because they're seeing something within you that shines different. And they're going to say, no, you can't do that. And so this can be office politics. This can be, fights at home. This can be, everything. This can be like the dogs start fighting with each other and you're like, oh my gosh, how do I even handle all of this? And you can just feel like on every single front, there's a battle and a battle and a battle. And we have to stand back and know that I've won. The repeat of the number 5 3 times within this reading is a number of freedom. It's a number also of things resolving themselves more quickly than we had thought they would resolve themselves. And sometimes you just need to have a good fight. Sometimes you just need to get really, really mad and let it out because it's been building up for too long and you feel like a pressure cooker. And this is a time where the need to express is embraced and it is embodied through us. But we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful for arguments just for the sake of arguments. And there are going to be people in our lives that they're going to be pissy. I mean, excuse my language, but they really are. It's going to be like, my gosh, just stop it. And they always have to have a snide comment under their breath. And they always have to have this, nasty little way of wording things. And it's going to get under your skin. But the unity, that's going to be what's so important. And that's going to be actually what the other person's toxicity is trying to fight against. The unity that is in the empowerment of you. The subconscious chakra message is angels and masters. Angels and divinity. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above the crown. There's healing. There's a sense of being wrapped in angel's wings and being protected as you walk forward. And there's going to be that sense, that feeling that is around you during this time, Cancer. Like, this is me. I am protection. I am in this cocoon of love and warmth and being. How do I express myself from it? And how does it not get torn down by the world that is around me? Our subconscious rooted energy is the 3 of Wands. There are new horizons waiting there for us. Are we brave enough to see them? Are we brave enough to see the ships that are coming in and see the ships that are going out and see the way that we need to express ourselves and see the way that we need to move forward and see what it is that we greatly desire within our lives? To be able to take those horizons and move within them. To say, I stand before greatness. And I realize that greatness is me. And it leads us then to, and that's not pompous, it's just to say it. And for spirit to say it through me and for my mind to take it in, I think my first instinct is, oh my gosh, that's so pompous. But it's not. It's not, because if you don't believe in your own greatness, who the heck will? If you don't believe with your own heart and your own soul what it is that you're doing and and the messages that you're bringing out into the world, who will? And everybody, no matter what they're doing, no matter if they're a surgeon or, a janitor, they are bringing a message to the world by the quality of their work, by the expression of themselves through that quality. And also just when you go home and the doors are closed, how are you expressing and how are you building up the most beautiful things? And it brings us to our inner self. And it's the Queen of Swords. This is the warrior queen, and I love that she has the white raven on her shoulder. The warrior king, the King of Swords, has the black raven on his shoulder. And so here there is this sense of a power that is not often seen. The Queen of Swords is the blending, and it's all about the balance during this time for you Cancer, of love and acceptance and of power and of unity of self. The sacred masculine and sacred feminine, because the Queen of Swords is the most masculine of the queens, because she is the warrior queen. And so here, it is that sacred feminine energy that is going into the quote-unquote masculine space of fighting, but also of expression, of power, of might, and not being apologetic for it and saying, I own this space truly, awesomely, and without a doubt, and I embrace this way forward for me. And I hold this sword that takes thousands of hours of practice to be good at, to be efficient at, to be a leader within. And I use it as my weapon, because my mind, my tongue, my my thoughts are the greatest power that I have, and the way that I wield them within this world makes me unstoppable. And it brings us then to our subconscious emotional message, which is the High Priestess. So we have the Empress and we have the High Priestess. Our hearts are powerhouses, and the lovers that come into play. You know, all of this in major arcana cards. So the heart is not going to be a weak vessel at all during this time. It's going to be one of our most powerful instinctual tools. It's also going to be that time where we can commune with divinity, and divinity will answer. The High Priestess does not see the things the same way as everybody else. It's going to be, I see beyond the veil. I see beyond the veil of the lies that people say. I see beyond the veil of the lies that I myself say. So it can be a bit awkward when we say something and in our heads we hear, oh, that's not true. And we have to say, well, why? Is it that voice that comes in that's trying to drag us down? Or is it that voice that's really saying, no, that's not true, because that's not part of our intrinsic truth that is aligned with our stars and our being and our consciousness within this world? The High Priestess is the expanse of expression. And the High Priestess is the sacred, all the sacred, from the Egyptians to, you know, from Earth, from the civilization of Earth to the Egyptians to the people of today. And it is all the forms of the soul's expression that come forward and say, but this is me. And this is going to be a time where we're deeply connected and deeply driven to find answers, to look at things differently, to question, to seek, to discover. And we're not going to be satisfied. We're not going to be satisfied for what just lays on the surface. Our hearts want more, and they're going to be searching out more and more and more. And it brings us then to our subconscious inner self, which is the Eight of Wands. It's like everything starts moving so fast. The battles, the love, the unity, everything starts happening to us all at once, and we're just taken up in it. We're taken up, swept up in it, and we need to see where it brings us. This is a time where it's like, ready or not, here it comes. And it's going to be a time where, yes, we need to wonder and to see and to express, but we also need to trust in the movement, in the bigger picture of it all. And that's going to be really important for us to just let ourselves be swept away. Not in a bad way, not in a chaotic way, but in a way that's like, that's it. That's it. There's something bigger, and I need to let the world take me that way. It brings us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the King of Wands. It's the energy of fire, of burning, of it needs to be just like this, of saying creation has to follow a pattern or a reason, because so much of this time is going to be creation for the sake of creation. It's going to be expression for the sake of expression. And here with the King of Wands, this is going to be somebody who wants to dominate things and who wants to have things be under his control in some way or another. It could be a man or, you know, a woman or whomever who is going to not be afraid to get their hands dirty, not be afraid to get in the middle of everything, but also who is just overbearing, just completely overbearing, and they make the light that you have within you want to die out. But you're also going to think, this person is so successful. This person is so right with everything that they say. They are so driven and focused and blah, 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 blah. And these are all the reasons why I should be inspired by them, or, you know, doing what they say to do. But I just don't want to. Like, I just don't even like being around them at times, even though there's going to be a part of us that says, but you have to be around them because you have to figure out their secret. And their secret is that they know what works for them. They push themselves super hard and they're super relentless. And that's just not right for you, Cancer. It's just not right, especially during this time. This time is a time of discovery and love and gentle reawakening. Okay? All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the changes that are to come. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.